Testing. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's sit back, relax, and have a great stream. For some reason, my mic switched to something else. Don't know why. Yeah. So, switched to just chatting for the moment because we're waiting on somebody. So you get to hear us in the background, just having a good time. Yeah. So fun.
And you can cast any of the 0th level spells in any combination in whatever way you want to. You have infinite casts of the 0 level ones. You have 3 plus probably 1 for having high casting stat.
I have a lot of cantrips.
Per day. You have a lot of cantrips?
Yeah, because of paths. Or intrigues, that's the one.
I think I think I'm a prepared type person, so I have access to most of them. I think. But I have to prepare which ones.
What class are you again?
Seems like
who, me?
I have 8 cantrips.
Yeah.
I am a magus. I think I do.
Oh,
that
magus.
Feels like too many
never.
cantrips.
Yeah, probably.
One you gave me for reasons. 2
Right.
come from the intrigue.
From your mystery.
My mystery, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And then I have 5 besides that.
Yeah, I start out with creating all 0 level spells. Alright, cool.
Or is it the mystery or the curse?
The curse.
Curse. Hi, Jade.
Hi. Right. Hey, Jade.
Hello, Jade.
Hello.
It is you, correct. Alright, I'm gonna set up the stream to do the starting soon page, so that's going. Because I forgot to start that already.
Oh yeah, I'm already
gonna be there now.
Well, what's it called? I'm already 11 minutes in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no, what's it called?
People are seeing behind the curtain. Oh no.
Oh no.
I feel like it was an
Oh
okay
no,
thing
not
to
the
do.
curtain.
Oh shit, there's a curtain? Fuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was answering a question.
Why is my phone going off like crazy?
Hondura.
Oh, also, Jewel, the title for the stream is off. It still says Monsters Episode 1.
Well, I should change that, shouldn't I?
Yes, you should.
Might be handy.
We'll get to it. Everything's gonna go just fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I
good.
think it's fine.
We got time. I'm just bringing it up so it's
Everything's
known.
horrible.
No, that's like 30 minutes in. She will
World
wait.
Peace either? Could you get on that, Winter?
I'm trying, honestly. Like,
Did you?
I work so hard every day.
You do though. That's the thing.
Work so hard. And Putin
Got
just
so
won't cooperate. He's just a jerk.
Yeah. My microphone starts being crazy yesterday. My
that
pre-made
was horrible
scenes
to
all
hear.
disappeared. I'm sorry. I really, I know what it sounds like, and it is not pleasant.
Wait,
No,
what?
it is not.
What's not pleasant?
So Nixie and I have been trading microphones back and forth. The one that was originally bought for me does not like my computer. We think it's either something to do with Discord or Windows 11, but either way, for me, it will randomly just make horrible sounds. For Nixie, which she only has it used for OBS, it never makes that, like, it never has that issue. And so right now I have the microphone that was originally bought for Nixie, because it doesn't have that issue with my computer.
Yo, a cat.
Luca, on the other hand.
Ramsey! Anyway. Vega and Dolo just chilling in their boxers. Curtain, who needs curtain?
Yeah, fuck curtains. I like showing off.
Gotta let the neighborhood know their place.
Damn right.
Wait, tomorrow's Winter's birthday?
Maybe.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
As a present, we should TPK ourselves.
Yeah!
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't.
Everybody
Initiate
just...
PvP.
Don't wanna.
Okay.
Makes you laughing.
Yep.
Do I have all of my notes?
That's a good question.
I know I have all of my 0 notes.
I got my notes.
I don't have notes. I'm bad at that.
I have notes for a different campaign.
I have learned that if I attempt to write notes, I write down what I think is important, and then when I go back and look at them, I don't remember a thing. So I learned to just roll with it.
Yeah.
Which means I end up forgetting a lot. But you know what? It happens.
That's the fun
Yep.
of it.
Remember that
We're
guy?
doing it live.
Remember that guy you stabbed? No, not particularly. Well, you did. He's out for vengeance.
Oh no, vengeance.
Okay. Alright. Notes made. Scene.
Oh, I
That
have a
sort of-
notification.
Okay. So I guess we should go to the scene where the stream can hear us.
No.
No? Oh, okay. Alright, cool. We'll just chill here then.
Yeah, cool. Yep.
Alright. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, last time our adventuring party gathered. Well, we started off with a couple people traveling together. They found a third to join them, and then continued on their way up north along a road, where they saw someone being jumped by bandits, and just so happened that the other party member was also traveling on that road, going the other direction. And now you've all kind of met and are learned about each other and your goals, and have sort of agreed to be traveling together, if I remember correctly.
Oh
I
yeah.
have oh, that's why those are the wrong pictures. I need to fix
Pictures!
I need to fix the pictures on stream.
Are they
Yeah,
the...
monsters, aren't we?
I was about to say, it's the monster pictures.
It sure is. So we're gonna fix that real quick while
Bye bye, Froggy Boy. We'll miss you.
y'all
Goodbye.
can look at this scene.
We're looking at
where
a
you
road!
were last time when we ended. Yep. Ignore the corpses off to the side. Those
No.
have been taken care of.
Oh, those have been taken care of, you say?
I mean, if you want to do something with them, they weren't formally taken care of. I think they were just dragged off to the side.
I think we buried them. I can't remember.
I sure saw them taking.
I think that's the other campaign.
Oh yeah, the other campaign we did bury them.
Yeah, the other one you definitely buried.
Yeah,
The works.
you
And-
did.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this one we
you
just moved them off.
specifically.
Why
The giant fucking spider.
do you want
Yeah.
that information? Okay. Anyways, yeah, feel free to, while I fix everyone's pictures, talk about amongst yourselves. About what your goals are, where you're going, why you're all okay with hopping in this random person's wagon, and ignore the fact, but in case you couldn't tell, these are horses. They are
They look like
Definitely
Totally not
chocobos.
chocobos.
they are absolutely horses.
I wanted chocobos.
Damn.
Darn, we almost had chocobos.
Why can't we just incorporate I'm just kidding.
God, the logistic loops that you'd have to hop through.
Chocobos.
I think there's like a cassowary like. I think it's the axebeak. The axebeak could be similar in stats to a chocobo.
So we're getting a bunch of axe speaks. Got you.
No.
Yes.
No, these are light horses that are owned by the Kavaudan family, specifically Damien.
Gavudon.
Gavaudan, sorry. I don't know.
It's Gavudon.
Gavaudan.
Not Gavudon. It's Gavudon, not Gavudin.
I'm gonna be bad with pronouncing names. Give Dawn.
Love you, saw.
Love your
Anyways, please feel free to roleplay in character.
Oh, were we not?
Were we not?
Damn it.
Going according to plan, right?
Everything's going according to plan.
Ah, yes, all according to Keikaku.
There's one updated. But yes, your plan was to there were kind of three options that you had thought of at the end of last session. There is going north, and if you feel free to look over to the world map if you want to. So let me throw a quick little ellipse. Sure.
Alright, I know where you are heading to a direction that a place to cross the river was at.
Yeah. So ye little white circle is ye party.
Oh, I'm still on the road. No, I'm not.
There's no character. So that little white circle is approximately where you guys are. You've basically just left the small town of Sobury.
Right. I think my thing was to head towards this big old fort here, because that was probably the closest place to cross.
Yeah. So that big fort there, you know that especially those of you familiar with the kingdom, know that that's a pretty big trade port. It's relatively well fortified, for just because it is kind of right on a choke point for the kingdom, for the entryway into, like if anyone wants to go up that river towards the capital, they have to go past that keep. So it is fortified against, or in preparation for anything like that.
Siege, fortify.
And so the but there's ships going in and out of there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You could potentially charter a ship to take you just across the river, or you theoretically could hire someone to take you further up this small river, because your goal is this Sapine? Somewhere further up that river in an area that you have not discovered yet.
Okay.
And I've just about switched everyone's pictures over.
I remember that was our immediate destination. I couldn't remember.
I think another path we were attempting is like if we were to I don't know how to ping.
Click and hold should ping.
Like we were like trying if we had a way to like get a hold of the town across the river.
Yeah, so there's you also know of a ferry that goes across this river. It is as far as you know, it is controlled by the town across the river. It is not exactly. None of you know how to hail it without going there and trying to find out.
That's right. That was it. Yeah, the other way we couldn't actually feasibly do because we can't say no to the ferry.
You don't know whether or not you can because you've never
Right.
tried. You just know of its existence. And then the third option was significantly farther downriver. You've heard there was, I think you guys did a knowledge local check or something like that.
I did. Yeah.
And remembered that further downriver there's a wider spot where the river is shallower and theoretically you could ford across there.
Well, I mean, I can't remember what our final destination was.
Your
East.
So your goal destination is east.
Okay,
Over this direction.
So it was just crossing was the only thing. Okay, I couldn't if we had a set destination, not direction. Okay, all right. I know where we're going.
There is a forest across the river from what the various rumors. Most of these rumors are going to be, there's various rumors about what's in the forest. Everyone says, there's lots of scary monsters, lots of, big bad things. But also, there's rumored to be some great treasure there. You, Damien, specifically, initially were traveling south because you had a strong feeling that you needed to go that way.
Yep.
But then as soon as you encountered the rest of these people, that feeling swiftly turned east, kind of northeast from where you're currently at. But
ragtag bunch of crazy people.
Imagine like if you have an internal compass that is
it's the Jack Sparrow
compass. Jack Sparrow compass, yeah.
That's a nice skill to have.
Yeah,
points me in the direction of which I want to go.
It's basically the God compass.
Yes, the divine compass.
All right, GM, tell me where I'm going. Cool, thanks.
Is the arrow on the compass a wolf head?
Shush. And the back end of it is a wolf tail.
Follow the moon. The moon knows.
Oh,
No, that's the clock face.
Oh my.
The moon knows all. All right, so northwards we go.
Okay. It's about, so you can travel roughly 24 miles in a day. So it's about a day to get back to where the keep is, which is the direction that Damien and Clara, that's her name, were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So you go that way.
We do go that way.
Yeah.
Led us towards the hustle and bustle of what people call a fortress.
You're heading towards the hustle and bustle indeed.
We will probably have to stop the camp because if it's a whole day's trip from where we are.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm pretty sure we didn't fight bandits at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, no, it had been, I mean, yeah, it was about like half a day up from this town. You had been traveling south. You probably left the keep early that morning. And they left also fairly early in the morning, but not as early as you, I guess. You made your horses run.
Yeah, I just was there.
Eventually.
So yeah, you travel north for a bit, or for the second half of the day. Make it, pretty much halfway back there. Let me grab my drawing and move it.
Gotta pull over and set up camp for the night.
Yeah.
So we can see it in the distance, but
it's still like
No, we're
I don't
so
know.
quite a ways away.
approximately 12 miles away.
you can see things.
No, not 12 miles. No.
You
It
Unless
depends
it's
on
if you're-
how flat the plains are.
right. If you're in like Kansas on a clear day, you could probably see 12 miles. But this pretty clearly isn't Kansas. There's
No.
rivers and mountains.
So we're not in
and
Kansas anymore?
No, apparently not.
anymore.
All right, fair.
Never were.
My bad.
Wait, we're not in Kansas? Never were.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to hit the start recording button when we switched to live. Whoops.
It's fine.
Just steal it from the stream.
Oh well.
I mean, we've been just bantering, so.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have bantering and fucking.
Bantered recap.
Banter and recap. All right.
Oh, and
The
like
best
5 people
parts.
die, but people. That.
It's unimportant.
Activate that. Are you guys not able to go back to the road?
Not anymore.
Currently, no,
Nope.
no.
The road's
Interesting.
gone.
Okay, let me fix that.
Road evaporated.
There we go.
Road!
Yo,
Road. Let's go to the road.
Road!
Good
Road!
idea.
Swarm
Road!
Anyway.
Road!
We're gonna select these fellers and delete them, and then yeah, it's not the exact same stretch of road, but half a day more travel, and you find yourselves setting up camp. You know, so I guess you tell me. Do you want to set up camp like right on the side of the road? Do you want to pull off a little ways? What do you think?
Courtesy dictates you pull off to the little ways. Oh, we're paused. I'm like, why can't I move my guy? That
Yeah,
would be why.
Yep. All right, you can move your guys now.
Woo.
Birds.
So like, when you say a little ways, how far are you thinking?
Well, we can't put it like too far into the forest because then
Yeah.
they can't get out.
True.
like
Like I guess we could put it here.
maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, that kind of fits.
I have it attached to the birds, so
Yeah.
I mean the horses,
Could
so I'm not gonna worry.
you
too
not
much
find a
about,
horse
like,
tiles?
positioning them? But
No, I mean we could like let them off, like tie them to a tree.
yeah, absolutely. But I'm not gonna go through the logistics of detaching them because it actually takes a little bit of work.
Okay. But
I
no,
will find better ways to do that in the future.
it's all good.
Okay.
It's a learning experience.
That actually brings me to the question of what was this again?
What was what?
One of my items. Oh, I can click on it, right? I don't have to go back to this page. Yo, what's up?
Okay. Yeah. Feel free to do anything that you would do setting up a camp.
I find the clearest spot I can that's close to
Okay.
the party to set up my tent. It's large setup area.
Large.
So I go about my business, setting up my tent, being, if anybody, like, when I'm done with it, I help other people as I can. I'm setting up quite a large tent.
I will do what I have been doing, sleeping in my carriage.
Spare. That's always nice.
I'm gonna make sure that the definitely horses are taken care of and are good for the night.
I will set up my own little tent, and though I struggle with it for a while, as I've never really gone camping before.
Do you have a tent?
Probably?
Yeah, probably.
Question mark?
Is it not in your inventory?
I have a bedroll.
So
There
you
you go.
don't have a tent.
No, I don't have a tent.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well,
I have
Tents are pricey.
I have room in my tent. I can fit 4
I'm just
people
used
in
to
my
D&D.
tent.
D&D, you have a tent in the basic stuff?
No, you also just get a
No?
bedroll.
Well,
No,
I'm
Most
just
people
down.
just assume you have tents.
you have a tents. No, tents
I
require
mean-
splurging. Unfortunately,
Yeah, tents cost extra in this game.
if I
So
remember correctly, a base tent's
And-
like 10 gold.
to
Tents
be
are
fair,
expensive, yeah.
Isla's probably never gone camping before,
Yeah.
so she probably has no idea what she's doing.
Absolutely.
I kind of look at her, look at my tent, look back at her. You know, there's room in here. Like,
I'll
I'll
also
sleep
think my
on
head-
the far edge. You don't have to worry about it, but I can fit people in here.
As I step into the carriage, I also have there's a whole other bench to sleep on.
It looks like you
Yeah.
have somebody else already in
Wolfram-
there.
Wolfram is already
Ah!
asleep on it. He's
Wolfram
already-
just claimed it for himself.
I guess. Never mind. I guess I was. The spot's been taken. I guess.
What's Claire
Okay,
doing?
thank you.
um,
Sleeping on her horse.
Bird.
not
thing.
on, but like she has
Younger?
it. You know what?
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 Sorry, I thought.
No. I definitely didn't say under. Somebody else said that.
Oh. No, I thought you said winter. That's why I was like, wait, what? What do you need? Okay, but no, she's not sleeping on or under her horse, not bird. But she has it, hooked to a tree nearby, and it's just kind of like has a bedroll almost set up in a way that she can like sleep sitting up, leaning against the tree.
Oh, that's clever.
Um, Yeah. It looks like she is very comfortable with sleeping like this. Like she's done it a lot in her, despite being, maybe the same age as like
Why won't it show me?
Isla, or maybe a little older. Which I think Isla's the youngest in the part. Well, actually, a lot of you are. No, actually,
Youngins.
no. Most of you are humanish ages. That's right.
I'm not.
He said most.
Fair. But yeah, I'm trying to see if I have fucking Flint.
Yeah,
My-
Claire is not the youngest of everyone here, but she pretty clearly has been sleeping on her own out in wilderness-like areas like this for a while.
Open up, please.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Any campfire conversations, or do y'all just kind of keep to yourself this first night?
I'm trying to see if we can even make a campfire, because I'm trying to see if I've got flint and stuff like that in my kit.
I have a flint and steel.
Yeah, I've got one at least.
I'm pretty sure I do too. It's usually in a lot of kits. Yep, flint and steel.
Okay. So who's gonna try to make the campfire?
That would probably be a survival thing, wouldn't it be?
It sure would be.
I can try. So I will try to make camp.
What the hell?
I forget. Did I make any promises about keeping track of food or not keeping track of food?
No idea. Couldn't remember.
I definitely remember you saying you were going to buy us pizza every night.
Yeah, where's my pizza?
Yeah, where's our pizza?
Oh, oops.
You told us
I
to
got a
use the
16.
nice. You told us to use the PF items when we're using stuff, right?
I mean, it varies. Like some have better descriptions than others. If
Okay,
I'm being
'cause-
honest.
Because like the kit that I have in my inventory is a PF item, and it doesn't have anything in it, and the other one does. Alright, cool. We're gonna.
Yeah, one of them says blank.
No,
one of them actually has all the stuff in it.
Yours has everything in the contents of it.
Yeah, you have to actually open up it, or you have
Yeah.
the one. There's one that has that in contents, and one of them just has it in the description.
Right.
Well, when I click it, it shows nothing.
So,
That's
so
you'll
if
go
you,
into the
if you click
page.
the edit button, edit item, and then you click on the contents tab.
Okay.
And you've got all sorts of things like soap and torches and a cooking pot. Everyone has an iron cooking pot because every kit has one.
Okay.
I also have a mess kit.
Same. Okay, I did not understand that. My apologies.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, you're good.
I got a 16 on make fire.
Cool.
Yeah. That is a pretty decent make fire check.
Also, I'm pretty sure you said we weren't gonna worry about food.
We weren't. Okay. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I just wanted to check. So yeah, you make fire. It's a pretty decent fire. Well, like laid out and pretty clearly not gonna catch the surrounding area on fire, even if it's not super well attended.
And then I get to do the fun thing of being a tiefling as I move logs into the fire to fix it while sticking my hand completely into the said fire.
That's a neat trick there.
Fire resistance 5, baby. As long as damages go higher than like a D4 fire damage.
Joke's on you, this fire is raging hot.
D6! No! No. I don't think anyone's gonna do that, but that's one of my favorite things I see a friend of mine do as a tiefling, as slam a vial of alchemist fire on themselves and run to the building on fire. As an intimidation tactic, because he can't take damage from alchemist fire.
That's ridiculous.
I love it.
I mean, hey, if it works.
No, it does. It's like, all right, smash.
Curses.
What? Curses what?
Don't
Why are
worry
we
about it.
cursing?
Cursed fool.
Would anyone like some tea?
Oh, I would love some tea. Tea is nice.
Tea
Yeah, I'll
does
take
sound
some if you
lovely.
have any extra.
I don't have more than 2 cups, but sure. She fills up the kettle that she had used in the earlier battle with water using a cantrip, and sets it on the fire to boil.
Interesting.
Nifty.
Do I have a cup? I have a water skin.
Most people will not have cups. We'll have water skins, but we don't have cups.
Hey, do you know what we could do though?
I think there should be cups in the mess kits that we all
Yeah, I was
have.
gonna
That
check
might be a thing. Yeah.
Mess kit has a plate, bowl, cup, fork, knife, and spoon.
Yep. So
All
we
made
all
of
have
wood,
cup.
tin, or
Gross.
horn.
Wait,
So.
yours has a cup. Mine doesn't have a cup.
Your
Yeah,
mess
well,
kit
I have
doesn't?
2 teacups specifically.
My mess
So-
kit contains bowl, plate, knife, fork, and spoon.
Oh. You might have a different mess kit then.
I will drink it out of a bowl, though. Don't you worry.
I have the same
Love it.
one that Vega has.
Yeah,
For mess
no, your mess kit also lists a cup.
Does it? Oh yeah, it does. I'm just blind. So I have 3 cups, just 2 actual tea cups.
The mess kit should be the same across everyone.
I
No.
think is it that in your description of your mess kit, Mega, or is it just if you go mess kit in the contents, it doesn't say so? Because cup might
This
not
kit
actually have-
includes a plate, a bowl, a cup. Oh, it does have it in the description. It
There you
doesn't.
go.
It doesn't
There
have
you
it in the contents, though. Why is it in the contents?
Probably
It
because
does not have it in the contents. Interesting.
probably because there's no fucking stats for cup. There's probably not an entry for cup.
What?
I mean, there's one for teacup.
I know. Why does that not happen? Anyway,
Because
we're,
tea cups are more important.
we're getting off track.
Cups,
Okay.
very important.
Okay, so I do have a cup. I stand corrected.
All right.
Cool.
Like-
So, whoever wants tea, once it's ready, Isla takes the kettle and serves everyone who wants some.
Absolutely. I love tea. Sips tea elegantly.
What kind of tea is it, though?
Yes.
Okay, is it
It doesn't say.
black tea, green tea, or
As-
white tea? Then is it flavored? Or
Look, I have two kinds of tea, regular tea and night tea. I don't think y'all want night tea.
I mean, it's night. Why wouldn't we want night tea?
I don't.
what?
Uh,
The problem with night tea is that we can't all drink it because we're all going to be sleeping, which means nobody's going to be watching.
Can
anything.
I make a
It's
knowledge?
not that kind of tea.
Can I make a knowledge? How would be nature, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nature for what?
To figure out what night tea is.
Oh, sure.
I can test knowledge as if it's untrained, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you just can't get above a 10.
What is Dixie going
I think she's giggling at us.
on? Okay. Sorry.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna see if
watching the stream.
I'm gonna see if I can figure out what night tea is.
Okay.
I don't know what that roll was.
It's a 15.
Let me look up night tea real quick.
I have it open if you just want me to say it.
No, I'm deciding whether or not that's good enough to know.
Okay.
Which actually maybe what I need to look at is the knowledge skill.
Yes, Ramsey, yes.
Oh, so really high roll, so I don't get any bonuses to that.
Yeah, that is a nice roll without bonuses.
Would you consider it to come from a common plant?
I would, yes. By its description, it should be something readily available for purchase.
The grounds of debauchery. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. You do know. You do know offhand what night tea means. With your nature check. Would you like me to send it to you in a private message, or are you going to share with the group?
I'm just going to say, I don't think any of us here really need that. I'm going to do a little outside things. I actually already know what it is.
Okay,
I just
fair.
want to make. I just want to make the check to see if
Yeah.
Damien did, which he does.
Yep.
So there we go. So I don't need any spoilings. I would just
Okay.
say that I don't think any of us want it, and no, it is not because we don't want to be sleepy. It's a different thing altogether.
It's a shame. It sounds like it would be kind of tasty. Great for night times.
You poor summer child.
That sounds bad. Accurate.
Sweet summer child.
As Isla does pour the tea into each cup, you hear this kind of sound each time. I don't know if that came through or not.
Kind of
Yeah.
did.
Okay, cool.
Sort of. It's not like a
It just
owl.
kind of a soft chorus of ooze.
Ooh.
It's very faint. Like it almost is covered up by the sound of the tea being poured itself, though.
That explains why I was hitting so well after you were smacking them with the teapot. Got it.
Magic tea.
No, it's just regular tea.
Okay. I will sip the regular tea.
The
Yeah, no,
regular
it's the
tea.
teapot that's magical, clearly.
The tea tastes, it's pretty good tea. Like, clearly, Isla knows what she's doing with
Lovely.
it.
I enjoy a good cup of tea at night. Reminds me of home.
Maybe refreshing herbal tea.
Okay.
Lovely. By the way, I've cracked the code.
What?
Nothing.
So yeah, you settle in. You have some tea. You all eat a little bit of dinner. Wolfram seems to pretty much go straight to sleeping inside Damien's carriage.
I have to ask, face down?
No, I'm back.
Okay.
on his back.
Just steps in, and collapses.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, my alarm.
Yeah. Any specific plans about? I think I heard someone mentioned keeping watch.
I did.
But we probably
Boas
should do
definitely
shifts.
will.
I will volunteer for the first shift.
I'll do second.
I'll do third.
I'll do fourth.
I, usually it's only 3, but I guess
Is
we
it
can do
only
4.
3?
Usually, because they're usually in spans of 8 hours. So the person who has second watch has their or 4 hours each. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So if you want to take,
well, we
if
have
everybody wants to get 8 hours of sleep, then you
It'd be-
need
Yeah,
10 total hours that are spent, and you'd need 5 people to each take a 2-hour watch. Does that sound right?
luckily for us, we've got 6.
I usually do 4-hour watches
4-hour.
because
But then that person needs. Or do you need 8 hours or 6 hours of sleep?
it's 8 hours. I guess I was thinking as the first hour
Yeah.
person would watch for 4, then sleep for 8. The second person would have to sleep for 4 and then sleep for 4 again for the third watch. Or something like that. I don't know. I never
And then
actually.
the person on third watch would be 8
But-
hours and then 4 hours.
Point being, Clara can take a watch as well. So
we only need an
Sleep
hour
for-
and a half of each, right?
That would be a really wonky
Alright,
sleep schedule.
just remind me of the order.
I was first.
Okay.
That is
I'll
Fed
do second.
Daniel.
Boas is third.
I was fourth.
Fourth, and then Clara was last, I guess.
And Wolfram didn't even offer.
That sounds.
Wolfram's already
Wolfram's
dead to
a-
the world.
Wolfram's out.
You're even talking about it.
Already crashed.
Okay. So in that order, give me a perception check.
Woo! That one.
And also, it was Damien and Wolfram are in the carriage. Clara is leaning up against a tree. And Daniel and Isla are in a tent.
Well,
Yes.
Isla. Okay, I just want to say
Or
Isla
did-
never said.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll share the
I'm-
tent.
I'm asking to clarify.
Gotcha.
I'm not making statements. And Vovis?
In a bedroll under a tree.
Okay, there's
Federal
room in the
under tree.
tent if you wanted.
I mean, during my watch,
I'm
I'll
good,
be
thank
outside on
you.
top of the little driving seat, but
Absolutely. During each person's watch, they're not going to be in a container.
That'd be weird,
that-
but it'd be cool.
A container in a enclosed space. Yeah, container's the right word. Okay.
Just everyone sleeps in their own chest.
That's my roll for perception.
Okay. You hear a little bit of rustling in your tent, a little bit of snoring or something from the wagon. But otherwise, yeah, your watch goes relatively uneventfully.
Got you. And then go and wake Damien up without startling the hell out of him.
You just punch him in the face.
What? No, not really. I'll give you a gentle tap, make sure you wake up, be like it's your turn. Go sleep.
all right. Oh darn! I guess it only works for tracking. Bummer. All right. Thought I had something else.
By the way, I've done this in real life. It sucks.
What? Shifting the guards.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, yeah.
So I will climb up onto my seat, and I guess I'll make that perception roll.
Yes.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's a good
World
one.
explode.
That's a good one.
I may have always, if I have the option to, put ranks into perception.
Why
Did
does
I
it have
just
my
send that roll?
picture? No, I don't see it, but it shows my picture.
Yeah.
Oh, I had you selected apparently. Don't worry
And Daniel's
about it.
doing secret stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I did that to indicate that had to do with your turn. That's actually not a bad idea for doing.
Yeah,
magic
that's
rolls
actually pretty
relating to
cool.
the sleep order.
Yeah.
So neat accident.
Learning.
Yeah, I mean, especially with your dark vision from being a
Tiefling.
you see pretty well into the night. You see, I mean, there's all sorts of forest creatures going around, owls hunting mice.
Yep.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Again, you hear a little bit of rustling coming from the tent every now and then across those 2 hours, but nothing like extremely alarming. It just seems like there's a breeze almost exclusively over there.
My focus will think around that for a bit, just because it's slightly out of the ordinary, but I probably won't dwell on it too much long.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at least keep it in the back of my mind at any time if something pings weirdly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, otherwise, your shift goes relatively uneventfully.
all right.
I think it was Vovis next.
It is.
Russell.
Yeah, I'll climb down, knock on the tree that he's sleeping by. Like, hey, your turn.
All right.
And
Thanks.
then make my way back into finish off the rest of my sleep.
Making my way downtown.
Can't seem to select you because the horse is in front
Yeah,
of you.
I was about to say the horse is in the way.
Okay, there we go.
I mean the chocobo.
The chocobo. Or just gonna
The
start calling
horse.
The choco
And
horse.
then remind me of your vision type.
Bog standard.
Bog standard. All right, just a plain old human.
No.
He has the light of the fire. That is it.
I don't think I have dark vision either.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark. If you maybe rustle the fire a bit, you get a little bit of light in the surrounding area. Because it's still, crackling, or not crackling, but like smoldering. It is actually a fairly clear night. Surprisingly so for being this time of spring. And so you have a bit of starlight and moonlight to help you see.
Starblight.
But let's see. Yeah, no, you don't really notice much else going on. There's no you pretty clearly don't see any large creatures coming your way. Every now and then you might notice a smaller thing like an owl swoop or something.
Where is that?
But nothing that seems to bother your group.
Yeah,
especially with
night.
the horses around, they kind of scare off most of the smaller things. So
Sure, a lot of owls tonight.
owls hunt at night. Is that not normal?
No, it's more along the through these 4 hours we've seen many. Both of us have seen owls hunting.
Maybe it's the same owl. Maybe it just keeps losing its prey.
So it's
Maybe
a sucky
he's
owl.
really hungry.
Maybe he's got
Okay.
babies to feed.
Nope, it's many owls. 50
Alright,
owls.
I'll go into the tent and wake up Isla. Okay, your turn.
Okay. She kind of drags herself out. Perception.
Perception.
That doesn't work. Okay, cool. Why? Okay, there you go.
Fuck.
She sees everything.
You see all.
Well,
No,
well, wait.
See
What
the
kind of vision
code.
you got?
she's a human,
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
But again, it's still a relatively clear night. There's starlight and moonlight and all that. You actually see, you see things really well, despite not being trained at looking at stuff. It's a weird way to put it, but
If we wanted normal, we would go somewhere else.
But yeah, there you see some things that maybe other people might find out of the ordinary, but to you it's actually really normal. Just random things moving around nearby.
Beneath the veil.
Just tiny objects that would be barely even noticeable most of the time.
I did send you a message, by the way.
Her vision pierces the veil of realities. She sees beyond.
Cool.
And yeah. Oh wait, I need to roll a secret roll for you.
Darn, I almost got away without a secret roll.
Again, nothing particularly exciting happens. No owl swooping this time.
Ah, damn. You scared him away.
But
Darn.
yeah, you do see various forest creatures. Some the things that are nocturnal. I mean, at this point, it'd be early hours of the morning, still around like 4 a.m. maybe.
Little friends.
Yeah, just some little friends hopping around or crawling or however they see fit.
Spiders. Anyway.
Maybe the odd bunny coming out a little early to be the first one to get to the best grass area.
Little friends trending about doing their friendly tasks.
Do they,
Yeah.
do they
Friendly.
scream like, don't starve?
But yeah, that was your shift of keeping watch.
Yeah.
I assume you go
And
to
then go wake up Clara.
which she's kind of as you come over to her, she's already kind of waking up and it's like, oh yeah, hey, I'll start keeping an eye out.
She just gives a little sleepy thumbs up and then crawls back into the tent.
Yeah, you get some more rest. And Clara wanders around, keeps an eye out. And we'll do a secret roll for her too. Just in case.
Unknown creature. Oh no.
There's an unknown creature.
Does it still say unknown
No.
creature?
No.
Okay.
It says winter.
It says winter, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all say winter.
Nope, now it says unknown creature. No
all of
winter.
the ones you've been doing in private say winter.
Interesting, okay. And then what's the button that I'm looking for? Perception. That did not make it roll.
The dice, the
Yeah.
black dice button.
Is that a hidden roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
No,
What's it?
whoops. Okay. Wasn't supposed to be, but it's fine. You guys don't know how well she did.
Yeah, I was about to say she's an
Yeah, we're all
NPC,
sleep-
so
Yeah. But yeah, she doesn't seem to wake anybody up early. And yeah, it's been a full rest for everyone. Wolfram maybe got a little bit longer sleep if he stayed asleep the whole time. Adjust hit points and spells and stuff accordingly for a full night's rest.
Woo, 1 hit point.
I was about to say, what is that?
Yeah.
1 hit point?
1 hit point back. Woo.
Woo, 1 spell back.
Did I cast this?
Yo,
I think I
daily
did
uses
cast.
are back. Let's go.
Okay, so how do I do the rest thing? Is that in summary? Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
there is a rest button. Yes.
Oh,
You
there
can click.
was?
On the summary for your so that will just automatically refresh your shit. Yeah.
I need to stop poking around people's character sheets because I keep almost asking why does blank, and there's a few secrets still.
My rest
Oh
did
no,
not...
feel free to say it.
My rest did not...
What's the worst that could happen?
Does rest actually heal your HP?
You should heal 1 hit point per night of sleep, or
Oh.
1 hit point per level per night of sleep.
My rest button did not do that. Very cool. I'll just
It didn't?
change it.
I mean, are you not at max health?
No, I was at 8 out of 9.
Oh, on your character sheet it shows it as 9 out of 9.
Well, I just
maybe
changed it.
Well, maybe I was looking before you changed it. I don't know. No. Okay. Yeah. So you've all rested. You're all.
Oh, Vega, when you click the rest thing for 8 hours, is the check mark for restore health on?
I don't know. I don't see a check mark. I just see a button.
You click rest, and it'll pop up asking how long you rested.
Oh. I
And
have my
there's-
sheet.
and
I
there's-
have my sheet as a pop-out sheet, so it was covering that.
Gotcha.
Yes, so you actually didn't rest. Was the thing?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
because there's check boxes for restore health, restore daily uses, and then long term care.
got you. Cool.
So yes, it is supposed to heal you automatically.
Yeah, no, I have my sheet popped out so I can move it off of the stream.
Yeah.
Onto the other monitor and all that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, do I want to change anything?
I could change my.
I think I'm gonna change one of my spells.
I'm gonna keep my spell of glaive.
Brilliant, love it.
Do I want to keep?
What an advanced spell.
I'm gonna cast whack.
Do I want to keep
Slash.
You're gonna cast iron?
All right. But yeah, after 2 hours of waiting and looking around, Claire does make sure people are starting to wake up and resaddle her horse. And I suppose she didn't. What's she wearing? She's got banded mail. So yeah, she didn't sleep in her armor, so she's working on putting that back on as well.
Yeah, I'm having to strap mine back on too.
Yep, same. Got that breastplate put back on.
Yeah, I've got to strap on my leather armor, but I'm changing my clothes first.
Clothes.
Yes.
Wolfram finds Ayla. Ah, Ayla, there you are. I'll take my breakfast in the carriage when it's ready. Thank you. And he gets back in the carriage.
What?
From your previous experience, this is Wolfram all over. He doesn't really think about. He just asks for what he wants.
Okay, we'll keep this one.
I was kind of lean over, watching. He's kind of demanding, isn't he?
Yeah.
Does he know you?
Yeah, he does. He's the one who invited me out on this journey.
Hmm.
Wait, he invited you and he's demanding things from you? How does that make sense?
Kinda
Well,
mean.
it is for me. We think whatever is out there might help me be less sickly. So, yeah.
So you're weak and frail, and okay.
Yeah, that makes still no sense.
You should be laid on you.
Yeah. Some friendship
Oh.
that is. I did proceed to help her whatever way I can get things
Also,
ready.
what breakfast is she expecting?
Yeah, I know,
Are
right?
they expecting? We have rations.
Watch them not have rations.
As I pull out this like piece of beef jerky and a handful of nuts. There, breakfast of champions. Eh, whatever. And then I
I
start
don't know.
getting back to getting my gear all set up and ready.
Isla eventually hands him some beef jerky and is like, "Here you go."
Oh, thank you so much. Gives you a pat on the head. Goes back to his reading.
I pack
Got
up my
the
tent.
horses hitched back up and ready to go.
Pack up my
Yeah.
tent. Get everything ready.
After getting her armor on and her horse resaddled, Clara just goes kind of out onto the road and from sitting up there, pulls some food out of her saddlebags to eat while she waits for the rest of you to be ready.
What's the command for a private message on this again? Is it /W?
You can, if you set it to private GM role, I think it'll message me directly.
No, I don't think they did, because I just did that.
Okay. Then
Oh, I
yes,
forgot
try
the O.
/W. Maybe you weren't trying to write it to me specifically. I don't know.
Apparently, I forgot the O.
You did. Ah, hell.
Can you see that, Strip?
Yeah.
Anyone else see that?
See what?
I didn't.
My live stream is so.
So
I
it's
did not see
/W
Nope. I
name.
see nothing.
Yeah.
/W space name space message. E.
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool. Yeah, so you all get ready in your own way. Some people's ways seem a little questionable to other people, but you know, you're all still learning about each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I start making doing katas and while praying for a bit before we start going.
Yeah, actually, you all hear Damien do a prayer, but it probably, except for Isla, you've never really heard a. Even Isla's probably not heard a prayer like this one, but.
Well, for one, unless anyone can speak Infernal, they can't even understand what I'm saying in the first place.
Right.
What languages do I have? Not Infernal. Nope.
All right, it just sounds like really harsh, almost violent sounding growls and snarls. It's not particularly nice language.
You might notice, anyone paying particular attention might notice that Clara kind of winces a little bit while listening to that.
Interesting.
But yeah, after y'all get ready, you continue on your way to the keep, I assume, unless you want to tell me
Yeah.
otherwise.
I'm all good for
No,
going.
we head back to where we came from. We're just constantly going back and
Just gonna
forth
go
on the single road.
Back and forth on this road.
We're
forever.
farming random
We're
encounters.
Farming
Yeah.
XP.
So we're over level for the boss.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh god,
It's
there
the restoration in, alchemy exploit.
How many
spells. I don't know what to do.
How many what?
So many spells.
Who drew this, and do you still need it?
Oh, that was Wolfram's idea to build a dam, but we never got around to talking about it, so you can raise it.
Oh.
We
Okay.
should big a moat.
Speaking of moats, how do you determine how many languages you know?
You should start with common, a racial language, and your int modifier of additional languages.
My int mod. Oh well. While y'all are doing that, I'm busy.
I didn't
Yeah, I
get a
don't think I
racial
picked
language.
languages either, did I?
You did get a racial language. It was common.
And I was like, I only have Infernal because that's Tiefling. Tiefling just gets Infernal. I am not smart enough for bonus languages.
When you roll on that one on your intelligence roll to interact with the computer software. I was trying to double click on all of your faces in the actor menu, and it wasn't opening your character sheets. I'm like, why isn't this working? Oh yeah, you need to pick several languages.
Who, me? Yes.
Yeah.
I think I
Mr.
do too. I don't
Intelligence
know where they
Caster.
go. I can't find where they go on the sheet.
On the
Attributes.
attributes page.
What's an
If
attribute?
you need any help or
It's at the
just
very bottom left.
visual languages, probably if you're going to really focus into spellcasting, probably should know Draconic.
Your race tells you kind of what like languages you can pick from.
Yeah.
That's right. Fair enough.
I think humans get to pick whatever. But
Ooh,
Yeah,
that'd
they
be
do.
cool.
That's right. Like war priests add infernal, celestial, something else to their bonus languages because
right.
I think I am going to do
Drugs. Anyway,
no.
Take your meds, kids.
yes, remember, folks,
I-
take your meds when you need to.
I did take my meds this morning.
And we're
Good.
proud of you.
It's too
Um,
early for meds.
I just a quick aside about meds. I recently got a refill of mine, and they gave me it at half dosage, but twice as many, and I didn't realize that. So
Oh,
there were
jeez.
several days where I was taking half dosage.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it just the particular sort of shortage of that kind of medicine. They only they do it in a smaller amount right now because they were out of the bigger amounts. I don't know.
I have learned my spell.
You have learned your spell,
Or
prepared your
chose-
spell.
prepared the spell. It's
Right.
like, oh, here's all these first level spells.
I think I think I've only changed one of my spells. I think I want to keep the rest of the same.
I think if I
Right,
remember
because you
that
you have a
quick-
bunch that you know, and you get to select from them. Whereas, yeah, Damien has all divine
Yes.
first level spells to pick from because
Welcome
divine
to the
casters.
Divine Casters. You get the whole list. You just choose your spells for the day, and so you're paralyzed with choice.
Yeah, except for Oracle. Oracle
'Cause-
is the caveat to that.
Because you're just
Hi.
like, oh man, do I take turn undead or raise the dead? Anyway,
Turn on Dead's channel, I think.
Yeah,
or it's
that's
one of
right.
your panels. It's
That's
not
it.
spell anymore. But it's like, how much do I want to support? How much do I want to do damage? How much do I want to do weird things that are probably never not going to be needed, but be really clutch in the situation it is?
all I know is that we need a Skelebro army. Anyway,
All right. So you get underway. You travel for half a day, and at around midday, like not exactly, but pretty close to it. You arrive at the one of the gates, or it comes into view. One of the gates of
hell.
the Three River. I have it on a note here on this page.
I was about to say
Three River Keep.
Yeah.
fair.
The notes don't always show for me. I have them so that they turn off
Okay.
if I'm not looking at that menu item. There. Now they're always showing for me.
Turning on
Anyway,
notes got you.
Yep. Make the approach.
Yep. So you see the big walls of the Three River Keep. It has
I stare in fascination as I did the first time I came through here.
yeah, it has pretty big walls. Not for Vovis and Wolfram. They recognize the walls as being not as big as, like, not as well fortified as the inner castle of Tangria, the capital of the city. But as far as like the general populace, this is probably the most fortified city in the kingdom. Most of, like, there's a little bit of town that has sprung up outside the walls because it's grown since the walls were built, but majority of the city is within these walls. It's not a massive city. It's not overwhelmingly large number of people that can fit in there, but the majority of the people that live here do. You can see that there's sort of a dock district that's kind of just outside, or it's sort of fortified. It's sort of outside the fortifications, just because it's kind of hard to build walls on the docks themselves. But there's absolutely a dock district on the east side of the river. And you can't really see it from this side, but the city expands all the way to the river that forks off to the west. And yeah, the gates are wide open. You can travel in with no issue.
Yep.
Where do you go?
Probably into the fort first off, then I assume
It's midday,
towards the
right?
docks.
It's midday,
It's
right?
midday, yes.
I would just assume towards the docks to see what kind of transportation across the river would be.
I want to
'Cause
say
that would
something,
be-
but my character
Well,
wouldn't know. Sorry, go on,
That's-
Snowy.
That would seem like the prudent place to cross the river would be at the docks,
Yes.
I would agree.
unless
that-
there's some thing you'd like to do in the fort first. I wouldn't
Oh.
know what.
I got nothing.
Or besides maybe getting an actual lunch.
Ooh, food sounds good.
Actual food does sound tasty.
So I guess that would be unless everyone's in agreement, I guess a tavern would be the logical stop first.
Hell yeah, the stereotypical place to go to. Let's go.
Well, I
Sure.
mean, that's the best place to get probably decent price.
Oh no,
food.
I unplugged my headset.
How could you?
But yes, that would probably be the best place to go.
Do
Come here.
you want to see a tavern scene, or are you good with Theater of the Mind Tavern?
We can do the theater of the mind unless there's something important in the tavern you're going to put
I
there.
mean, I don't know. Do you plan on starting a bar fight?
I don't plan.
always-
I don't-
bar
I
fight.
don't
I was
plan-
about to
I don't
say
plan on
nothing.
anything.
Nothing is
Will
ever
happen
planned.
possibly, but I
Nothing
don't plan
is-
on it.
Nothing is planned, but you never know.
Have the map ready
Alright.
just in case, but
Okay, I'll start placing NPCs.
Those answers all indicate they're gonna start a bar fight.
Either we
Um,
start it, they start it, something happens. Yeah, but other than
It's
that,
not
no.
about who starts it.
It's about
So
who's
who finishes
finishes
it?
actually, kind of as we're getting into the keep, both of us is relatively reserved person is kind of bundling themselves up a little bit more in their clothes.
kind of hiding,
Yeah.
not exactly hiding their face, but like, yeah, okay. Just sort
raise, kind of glance, raise an eyebrow, but other than that, not care. Oh wait,
Closing in just a
if,
bit.
if you're still in the carriage, I can't see it anyway.
Depends on who's currently taking the reins, but yeah, I guess you mostly
Prob-
have
it probably probably would be me.
been, yeah.
I
So
would
that
imagine
has-
Phobos is actually next to you on the reins. If there's
Oh,
space.
there's I'm pretty sure it's like
It's yeah.
two.
I
There's
mean,
it's usually two people can fit in the front, and then four inside.
yeah.
And
So
I know clear-
there's space for both of you if you want to be up there with him.
Yeah.
yeah, and it just leaves more space. That one extra bit of space in the carriage itself.
Has Isla been out of her village much?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah.
she
so
wasn't
this is,
allowed.
Yeah. So this is the most people you've ever seen. If you look out the carriage stall.
Yeah, the windows.
She does look outside and take in the view.
There's just so many people, like a lot of people.
Probably more than what I'm used to as well.
Oh, absolutely. You have been through here once,
And I'm still flabbergasted by
but
it.
you're still flabbergasted. Like it's the town or the place that you trade with, your people usually trade with, seems honestly kind of small compared to that, and that seemed large compared to your people.
This is
So-
crazy. Where do they store them all?
But yeah, you find your way in to look for a tavern. or some place to
Cafe,
get meals.
maybe.
Yeah.
I can probably direct us to one if we need.
I mean, taverns are usually very apparent. Usually have big old signs that say something either clandestine or...
Well, I mean, there could also be shady taverns that are off the beaten path.
I imagine Wolfram might have one that he prefers here. You might maybe if you want to give a suggestion,
Throw
or
a name out.
do you want to come up with a name for one, or should I give a name for one?
World building. Let's do it.
Well, since it's your first time in the city, or this fortress, Ayla, we should definitely hit up the Walking Turtle.
The Walking
Turtle. I love it.
They have 37 different kinds of tea on tap.
Wait, they have tea on tap?
Indeed.
Wouldn't it get cold?
Fascinating invention they've put in place. Keeps the tea hot and ready.
I'll need to ask about that.
What's a tap?
Excuse me? What's a tap?
You'll see, it's a fascinating device. You simply flip it, and liquid comes out.
That's genius.
All right, so you head on over to the Walking Turtle and get some meals for your lunch.
Man, normally we just scoop it out of a barrel with a ladle. Or uncork a cork. Or undo a cork, like it's a big spoon,
You just don't have... I mean, there's wickets and the kegs. So yeah, that works. There's tap for that.
There are corks that you can unstopper, but not a tap.
No, I'm pretty sure there's taps and kegs. That's not a unheard of thing in this time period.
Well, yes, but it's unheard of for me.
Okay. I was actually struggling to remember if taps they actually existed in olden times when I was in modern things. I was struggling for a bit. Like, no, you put them in kegs. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
Yeah. But the Walking Turtle is ahead of the times and has tea on tap.
Man, that's crazy. Dude, I would love to go to a place that has tea on a tap.
Honestly, yeah.
Apparently 37 kinds.
That's way ahead of its time.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it sounds more impressive than it is because really it's just a hot water piping system, and then there's tea bags or whatever they use at the tap, so the hot water just gets passed through it to make tea.
That's still
really
impressive.
Watery tea, though,
yeah, that would be
steep for a
watery
few
tea.
minutes.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably not the best tea, but it's tea.
And it's on tap.
And it's on tap.
No, you get your
convenience and novelty of it being on tap is pretty good.
Yeah, you get that awesome wedding diluted alcohol tap, or either the alcohol is more water than alcohol.
There's no alcohol at the Walking Turtle.
It's medieval times, man. They already watered out alcohol.
Yeah, so you go and you have some tea. You have some. I imagine you each order a little bit of food as well.
Oh yeah, how much money could we paying for this?
Not a lot usually.
We can put it on the family's account.
Oh wait, what? Well, in that case, I'll order seconds. I appreciate the offer.
Yeah, when you walk in, honestly, like the barkeep seems to, or the cafe keep, seems to recognize Wolfram. He greets him and says, "Oh, hey, welcome back."
Pleasure to see you as always, my good sir. I'll have the usual, and then whatever my friends want.
Absolutely, coming up, and then. I guess his son, waves at you and says, "Oh, over here, your usual table. No one's there. No one's sitting there as
yeah. Wolfram is already like halfway over there, about to sit down.
Yeah,
I follow.
and he waves at everyone else to come over as well.
Okay. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Skitter. No.
Good lad. Thank you. Thank you for pulling my chair out. Sebastian, was it?
Of course, yes, sir.
Good lad. He pats him on the head.
You like doing that.
And what'll each of you have?
You have a menu? I don't know what a menu is. You have what do you have?
What kind of meat dishes do you got?
There's a strange QR code in the middle of the table.
There's a strange image with, or it's like a piece of paper, but it's got like series of black dots on it, like black squares. In kind of a square
It's that
pattern.
new rune that they inscribe in the table. You tap it, and then it just beams the
just
information
pops up
straight
in-
to your mind.
Oh God, I hate those. My
It
never works right.
menu right in front of you.
I say that as my phone actually cannot register QR codes.
Oh, that sucks.
So when that happens, I get really upset. Like, oh yeah, just use the QR code for your menu.
Just give us a menu.
But no,
Please. It's so much more convenient.
A few different things. There's some soups. There's some sandwich type things.
Ooh, I like the idea of soup. Soup's good. I'll take some of your best soup.
What's the meatiest sandwich you have? I guess if that's going to be my
An Italian BLT.
There's a
My
the
bad.
meatiest.
MLT. MLT.
What were the tomatoes?
Yeah, we have a nice. We have a nice lamb sub if you'd like.
This is where Winter
All right.
starts Googling sandwiches. It's for the Lord!
because apparently there's an actual cafe in this setting. Only soups and sandwiches.
And tea on tap!
Oh, what else would you have on tap?
Yeah, nothing else is worth being on tap.
Yeah. If you ask for alcohol, they just look down their nose. No, we don't have it here.
God, I love this.
We don't peddle that garbage.
This is amazing.
Excellent.
Do you have Irish tea?
So we've got a lamb sub. We've got. You wanted? Did you want a fish soup or? We have some vegetable soups.
I'd go with
There's
a
also-
fish
I'll
soup.
take a fish soup.
Chicken, a fish soup. Okay.
Fish soup.
For each of you.
Yeah.
All right. And you, sir, gesturing to Vovis.
I'll do the lamb sub as well. Sure.
All right, sounds great. I'll be right back with all of that. And you're sorry. Since all of you are new here, or Wolfram, have you told them about the tea on tap and the system with the cups?
Wolfram is like writing something in like his journal, and he kind of like waves his hand. Like, go ahead.
So as you can see over here, we have a few different spigots on the wall, and there's a collection of cups. On the right side, cups are clean. If you put them to the left, that's where you put cups you're done with. We'll take them back to the back and wash them. And there, if you see the spigots, there's kind of a handle that you pull on. You can get any of the tea from there. And also, if anyone wants just some plain water, cool water, I can bring that out as well.
I think.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I'll take your orders back, and I'll be back out with those in a moment.
This is an amazing place.
I will stand up, go to the tap for a really long time because tea is a nice anytime thing, but I don't really perceive it as a good meal drink. So I'm just trying to figure out the best thing that would go with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over and also look at the teas. Alright, Jubal, time to describe the different kinds of teas that there are.
All right.
No.
I don't even know 37 teas.
All right. We want teas. Give me 5 seconds. I can find some.
No, I'm just probably gonna end up looking at the names and finding the sweetest one I can what sounds like the sweetest one and just take a cup of that, kind of look at the cup dismissively. Like, God, these poor. And I'm already walking back, already knowing the sandwiches are going to be small. And overpriced.
Hey, somebody else is paying.
Yes, that doesn't stop my stomach from growling.
It's the principle of the matter.
Kind of flumping the seat, mumbling something about choosing the restaurant next.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so so the Sebastian, was it? Yeah. Goes
Forgetting the names of your own NPC.
Time to start writing them down.
I didn't come up with the name. That's just what Wolfram said. That might not even be the kid's name. Actually, knowing Wolfram, there's a decent chance it isn't.
I love this party.
Okay, I am writing these things down though. They're going into notes because I'm gonna keep this lore.
Good. This is fantastic
Good.
stuff.
But yeah, after a little while, Sebastian comes back out with 2 lamb subs, 2 fish soups, and Wolfram's usual. I forgot about Clara entirely.
Damn.
I was gonna make a comment about it. I was like, nah.
What kind of tea is she drinking?
I get a blackberry tea. That's good stuff.
She asked for a vegetable stew for her meal, and then she has a pretty plain, just like the most regular green tea you can find.
So was I right about the sub size?
It's not as bad as you expected, but it's still not as big as you'd like.
Like, this is kind of a sigh. Thank the waiter, because it's not his fault. Just start eat. Well, also, if you may notice, I'm making multiple trips to the tea because the serving sizes of the cups is also really small.
They're shot glasses.
Yes.
Well, I'm assuming they're tea cups, and that
They're like little.
they're fine to sip from, but they're not
like
good for
4-ounce
meals. They're not good for meals.
Danger, Will Robinson. Oh.
Yeah. Any conversation, table talk while
How did you
all
find
have
such
lunch?
a fascinating place?
I'm
Who
not at the table
knew
long enough
that
to-
people were capable of making such places?
I'm not at the table long enough to engage in conversations.
Yeah, Damien's constantly up and down. It's up to Jade whether or not Wolfram engages in conversation or is just focused on making notes and thinking about stuff.
Wolfram kind of like doesn't really look up and says, "Oh yes, of course. My family was involved in the setup of their franchise. We've been business partners with them for several years. I believe they have a location in what was the name of the town? The one with the large castle. Yes.
Psst, you hear that? There's a chain.
Was
a
that
very, very delicious place. Couldn't recommend it more.
It's got good food. I ask Sebastian when he comes back, what fish is this? And like, is it the fish of the season, or because I know fish.
Yeah, we catch several kinds of fish throughout the year as they come, or well, we don't catch them, but the local fishermen do. It all comes from the river here, and I believe right now we have salmon in our soup. Yeah,
Ah, good stuff. It's not bad. It's good stuff.
because that's the fish that I know of offhand, and have no idea if it's good in a soup or not.
I think salmon soup
It is
exists.
It
is now.
You got salmon, you got perch, you got cod, you got
Got
walleye.
dolphin.
Knucklehead trout or something like that.
Yep.
There's
Got
trout.
bass.
That's something I remember Grandpa talking about.
Got mackerels.
Salmon does
got
exist.
yellowtails.
Salmon does exist in soup. Multiple kinds of soup.
It's almost like I live in
Okay,
Michigan,
cool.
which is a heavy fishing town. It's
Yeah.
a fishing state. Fishing is talked about all over the fucking place here. So I just know
second to
fish.
take off my sweater. Be right back.
Oh, we getting on a show now.
Oh my.
I think I'm getting the vapors.
I don't know if we can stream that, Jupil.
It might be against TOS.
TLS?
TOS.
I could sworn you said TLS.
Who's breaking toss?
You.
Ew.
For once, it's not me.
Only after Craig-
Okay, so you have a lovely meal. It tastes like overall it tastes pretty good. The teas, it does seem like they somehow have managed to get it to steep, not like the perfect amount. A handmade tea is probably better, but for being on tap, it's surprisingly tea.
Robust in flavor.
Surprisingly tea. I hope it is.
And yeah,
Oh, that's great. We'll have to come back here.
As we leave, I am going to kind of scout out, see if there's like
A food
anything
stall.
that's close to a butcher or a deli.
God, we're putting modern day amenities into this place.
I'm trying to describe it. It's most likely a butcher shop.
Yes.
It
That I
is.
know
Shop,
exists.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe not in the immediate area, but before long, it's pretty easy. Like, this is a big enough town that, going through the non-residential area, you're going to find pretty much whatever you're looking for. Yeah, you can find a butcher shop pretty quickly.
Yeah. I'll go in and come out with essentially a giant hunk of borf meat.
Boar meat?
Boar.
meat.
Pig.
Okay. I heard borf, and I was like, is that dwarf boar? Are
Yes,
you eating dwarves
borf.
now?
It's like
No, okay,
veal,
yeah.
but boars.
Just something quick. Just something quick and easy I can eat mostly with my hands.
Ah, yes.
As we continue.
The almighty Borf.
All right. Yeah,
It's
you
a
get
majestic
yourself
beast, the Borf.
a hunk of meat to gnaw on as you continue on the rest of your day.
Could Isla actually go buy a tent in this place
Probably.
now
You
that
probably
she
find-
knows it's a
yeah.
good idea and she doesn't like her privacy?
Sure. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
get
there's
Wait.
definitely a general store somewhere.
Sweet.
a tent. Items. How much is it? Just a
I-
regular tent?
It's
10 gold.
They are 10 gold.
For a
They
small
are-
to normal one, it's 10 gold.
They are expensive.
That's fine.
I know. It's just saying they're more expensive than you would think.
They are, yes.
Yeah, if I had the money for it, I would have brought a pavilion.
A small tent. Yeah, it's 10 gold. Interesting. And
Yeah, no,
weighs 20 pounds.
It's also
Yeah, don't worry
heavy
about it.
because it's a whole thing. It's all the ropes, the
Small tent
canvas.
holds one medium creature and takes 20 minutes to assemble.
I now have a large tent with nobody to share it with. This is interesting.
Enjoy your space.
Yeah.
Just sprawl out. Just starfish.
But yeah, you can purchase a tent at regular price here.
Cool.
And then I assume head towards the docks to learn about passage prices.
Yep.
While they're doing that, I'm talking with the local fishermen if they're back in from their catch.
Right. Sorry.
Distracted by the car?
Yeah. My brother refers to this our intersection as the city name International Raceway, because just like there's a stop sign, like we're at a crossroads, and there's a stop sign. It's a 4-way stop, but when they take off from that stop sign, they just get going real fast, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people don't, like they do like a rolling stop, but
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
people zoom by here all the time, and there's a car on this street that has a very sensitive car alarm, and it goes off every single time. Yeah, let's see. What is gather information a diplomacy skill?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna need to do a gather information to be able to I mean, initially even find the right person to talk to, because if you just start going up to random people on the docks and trying to ask them a question, most of them are working on either loading or unloading things and don't really give you the time of the day. So, so whoever wants to, you can do a diplomacy check to gather information to figure out like who to talk to about what you're looking for, but also are you going to be very specific in what you're looking for, or just generally asking about passage?
I'll ask around for people specifically going down the Eastern River and getting passage through there.
Okay.
Can I assist with that?
Do you want to assist with that or make your own
Yeah, I can
check?
do my own.
Or
Doing
it's
about
up
the
to you. Same thing. Looking for people going up the Eastern River.
I'm doing my own to ask about fishing related questions.
Yep.
That was a terrible roll on my part.
Oh yeah, 17, so bad.
No, it was a 7.
The total was a 17.
Remember, I have a plus 10.
Are Wolfram or Damien asking around at all, or just letting everybody else take care of that?
I mean, I can give it a shot. What was that again? Diplomacy?
So yeah, and are you asking for specifically people going up the Eastern River or passage in general?
Passage going east. The direction I want. Yes.
Okay.
Passage east. Whee! Yeah.
Yeah.
All fairly good rolls, to be honest.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
mine.
Bull, you still rolled a 17. Shut up.
I got a 7.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I
you
will-
still have a 17.
No, you're
Added
watching.
bonus, this is where it's at.
You're what you're. What you're watching is me doing awesome skill checks that next to nothing that don't matter, and then I get into combat where I start rolling garbage.
Yeah, but it's because they want you to role play well. Nothing says fun like scars.
Did I get a yay or nay from Wolfram, Jade?
On Wolfram doesn't bother
he's not.
asking around.
He doesn't bother asking around.
Wolfram's busy.
Wolfram probably knows who to ask.
Yeah, he would have a pretty decent idea of someone to find and talk to. That's true. Okay. So, Isla and Damien, as you ask people around, like you're trying to figure out who would take you up the Eastern River, pretty much everybody like almost looks at you as if you're a little bit crazy. Like, no, we don't regularly trade that direction. Like, everyone seems to either not answer you or just kind of be like that's not a direction boats regularly go. Vovis does find someone who's like, yeah, I'd be willing to charter a trip up that direction. It'll cost quite a bit, but we could negotiate something.
Okay. What are you looking at for cost?
Well, I guess it depends a little bit on how far up the river you're looking for. Do you want to go all the way to the forest? Do you want to go? I mean, it gets pretty dangerous past a certain point. What with the goblins in that area?
What's the furthest that you feel safe doing?
I would be willing to go right up to the edge of the forest. That's about a 60-mile sail upriver. That's going to take finding speeds, 1 second.
Tomorrow is a sad day. Anyway, sorry.
Tomorrow's a sad day.
Sorry. I just realized what
Okay.
date it was.
I need to get rid of those. That's my bad. So, my check should be 2 lower.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. The finger sprinter gets rid of skilled, so that bonus I get to diplomacy, and since motive is gone.
Gotcha. You still mostly get dead ends.
You got the same that I.
Yeah.
I am not finding speeds of boats. Where did the speeds of boats go?
Ooh, let's see if I can find the speeds boats.
It says it moves 1 mile per hour.
That sounds about right.
Is that on like the ocean or in a river?
Are we looking at a ship's boat?
I'm looking at a keel boat specifically, and it says it can make sea voyages as well as sail down rivers, and it moves about 1 mile per hour.
Not bad.
So that's 60 hours, so like 3 and a bit days.
Yeah.
Keelboat squares is 40, 20 feet by 25. Maximum speed is 60 feet current or 30 feet. Muscle acceleration is 15. Okay.
What page are you looking at?
Here, I'll send it to you through Discord. Copy.
Thank you.
No problem.
I thought I was prepared.
No, it's all good. That's why having players has been helpful. But it says the acceleration is 50. You get an extra 15 feet for muscle, and 30 feet if you're going with current. By the looks of it.
Right. But we're not looking for per round movement. I was wondering if there's this also had
these things are huge
per day.
Why is the rowboat faster than the keelboat?
That's a good question. Because the keelboats are massive. They're bigger boats.
That probably makes sense. Yeah, rowboat, it goes a 1.5 miles per hour.
Fancy. But you have to be constantly rowing it.
Yeah, keelboats are with
Keelboats
sails.
do have a sail, yeah.
And you can have up to 8 medium rowers.
But yeah. So yeah, it would take probably, like you were saying, it'd probably take like 3 or 4 days. He says to get all the way up there. If we're going at, constantly going, we can have someone go round the clock steering. If you want to get there as quickly as possible.
Would it just be faster to just get the person affairs across and then take the rest on foot or carriage?
Probably be cheaper.
I'm asking if it's faster.
Pretty slower, considering we did like maybe 1 hexen a day. And this is like
a day. Okay.
4
Yeah,
or
because
5
from the keep
and
going up
3.
to that town is 60 miles, roughly.
You go roughly 24 miles in a day, 2 hexes in a day.
whereas we were pulling about 1.
Well, that is 2 hexes on a on road travel.
On carriage, it's so yeah. 3 days will get us roughly the same distance actually. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
But that's if if there's a road. If there's not a road, it's going to be a little bit difficult.
A little bit slower. If there's no road, which you aren't sure unless you.
I suppose, yeah. If it's road, we would get here in about 3 days.
Right. So it might be, yeah. If there was road, and you took the carriage, it would probably be a little bit faster than the boat itself. But
that's what I just felt like the carriage moved faster than the 1 mile per hour was the thing.
Right.
That's all. I just felt slow to me.
So but the difference is that the carriage can't move at night, whereas the boat moves 1 mile per hour basically constantly if they set up their
I suppose
helmsman rotation. And boats are mainly like the big benefit of boats in medieval times, as were used as like stuff transportation. Like you can move a lot more stuff in the same amount of time by boat than you could by carriage. So,
oh, everyone's willing to pay for it. I guess it's fine.
Or wagon, yeah. But anyway, so this is Vova's currently talking to this guy. I forget what the last specific question you asked was. I guess how long?
How far is he? Would he
how
feel
far
safe, comfortable traveling, and how much would that be?
He said that he would be. He's up for doing a private charter all the way up to the edge of the forest for 1,000 gold. 500 up front.
I don't think we can afford that.
Okay. Actually, that is curious. Does that seem like a fair offer? Can I like appraise something? I don't know. Sense motive. Like, does that seem a fair?
I mean, you sense motive, and then if your check's high enough, you'll know.
Yeah, you could do a sense motive if you want.
Let's go.
Or appraise if you want to do appraise. Actually,
Yeah, better appraise.
For the distance, it seems pretty high. It actually seems extremely high for the distance. But he is, whether or not he's playing it up, it seems like he is putting that price based on the danger of taking his boat that far. And you especially get this feeling because he wasn't the first person you talked to. Most people, like with the other two asking around, found that most people wouldn't even consider the idea.
Okay. So what would it be for just getting our carriage and stuff across the river onto that side?
Just across the river? Probably only take me like a day. And there's not much risk of just crossing the river. When you say your carriage, how many of there are you?
I have to look at. There's what, 6? Yeah, 6 of us. One carriage, 3 horses.
People, 1 carriage, 3 horses. Maybe 50 gold.
Okay. Well, now I know. Thank you. I need to go consult with everyone else and make sure we're all on the same page. And I will
Absolutely.
find you again.
See you around.
My name is Patches O'Houlihan. Anyway.
Time to go find people and be like, hey, shit's expensive.
Yeah. Let's see. Fandaniel, we'll go to your thing real quick. So you're asking around about you're asking the fishermen and seeing what how their fish is doing, right?
Yep. See how like the fishing's going. Like like also inquiring like if they've noticed like a decrease in them because of like things that have been going on with my tribe.
Right.
Maybe seeing if I can pick up on any of their uh, like techniques. Maybe not. Probably, but just fishing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, just from a even just looking around, there is definitely fish. Like they are bringing in a decent amount of fish. Uh, how would I put this? You remember when you were younger, um, that there was your people definitely were able to catch a proportionate, like compared to the number of people that are here fishing, a
Uh-huh.
proportionate amount of fish. The amount that they're getting right now, you see, seems like a reasonable amount. And they, when asking around, everyone's like, yeah, fishing's been it's been okay. It's been a little bit tight recently. The few people that you asked, they're like, yeah, it's been getting a little bit harder. But you look at it and you kind of think back to your childhood, and you're like, this is about what a person, like the amount of fish per people here. It seems reasonable. Like it seems reasonable compared to your childhood, not a little low.
Gotcha.
So you almost get the inkling that there's a bit of overfishing happening here, um, that might be causing less fish to reach further upriver that are coming in. Um, but it also sounds like, from their perspective, they have been getting less fish as well.
Gotcha.
Um,
Good to know. Good to know.
so there does seem to be something. No one really has any particular information about like why there's less fish. No one really even has seemed to think about it. They're just like, yeah, it's been a little bit rough these last couple seasons.
Got you.
Yeah, competitions hard, all that kind of thing.
Understood. Good info.
Yeah. As far as like fishing techniques, they all kind of just gesture like fishing poles, fishing nets, etc.
Usual stuff. Nothing
Yeah.
too crazy.
A couple of them go a little bit into detail. It largely goes over your head just because you haven't done that much fishing yourself.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, and then we had Wolfram doing a knowledge local about just kind of who to ask for um yeah. You think of a you think of a trading company that your family interacts with, and you have a decent idea of who you could go talk to as far as getting passage across the river directly. You are also fairly confident that like you would be hard pressed to find someone that would specifically take a group of people up the Eastern River.
Yeah.
And also most likely they would try to scalp you a little bit. um, so yeah, you can go and find the trading company that your family interacts with to ask them about getting a ride across the river.
I do that.
Okay. And I assume do you want to role play that out a little bit, or just sure. So yeah, you approach human woman that's working on some bookkeeping as her workers unload her ship of goods.
I just straight right up. Saffron, how much it take a carriage and 6 people across the river?
not really even looking up from her book that much. Almost, similar to how Wolfram behaves at times. She goes, well, if it's just directly straight across the river, maybe 40 gold if you don't mind being dropped off a little bit downriver, since that's easier than fighting the current, and on our way to our sales, maybe 30 gold.
30 gold? Very well. We can do 25. What time can we meet your boat?
She looks over at all of the things that are still being unloaded. It'll probably take us another day to get this finished unloading and loaded to head south again. So not tomorrow morning, but the next morning, and we'll be on our way.
If I get you some extra hands to help unload so we can leave faster, would you knock another 5 off the price?
That sounds like a great deal.
Excellent. I will see what I can do and be back. I'll go find the rest of the group.
Hot damn.
Man, having connections is nice.
I know.
It sure is.
Yeah, so Wolfram will find. Wait for the group to round up and explain.
These connections will quickly cease to exist once you leave town, but while you're in the kingdom of
Your
Tancred.
So that's like your opinion, man.
You're correct.
What you don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being outnobled.
Okay, if you were in your barony, this would not be happening, and everyone would be treating you this way.
What?
So his range just spreads farther. Okay.
His range spreads farther, and you would be getting probably even better treatment. Because
fair.
this is like discounts. This is like your well-known kind of service. You probably get a lot of stuff for free in your town.
Fair enough.
Still, hot damn.
Yeah.
Remind me to keep these two in my contacts list.
I mean, there's a reason why we're traveling in an ornate carriage.
Fair.
Yeah, a carriage that has a bunch of like wolf heads on it.
Wolf heads, my family crest, basically on every door. No, 2 full horses.
Jeez.
A night escort.
Well, that
Assuming
one's not for
we've
money.
all,
That's
we've all met back up again.
I don't know.
Yep.
Did we cover everybody's thing?
I believe we did cover everything.
Yeah, so that goes wanting like 50 gold to get like just across the river. That's the best I was able to find.
Well, fortunately, I found us a ship to take us. It'll be a little bit north when they drop us off, but that may not be a bad thing since we're not sure exactly where we're going. They said downriver.
Downriver is
that
south.
No,
Yeah,
that's your
sorry.
fault for the map being upside down, honestly.
Upside down.
Why is map not up? Like, who would do that?
I found out that
North
apparently
is up river.
it is. No, they're
That's downriver. I can see the ocean.
There's the
No,
ocean
that-
on the other side too.
That is a lake. This
Oh.
is ocean.
Wow,
I
spoilers.
see. Then south. You're right. I apologize. I thought that was the ocean.
My bad for not properly labeling ocean and
I mean,
river. Or
Yeah, because with the default view, I didn't even see the water at the bottom. All I saw was black down there.
yeah,
I apologize for something I should have asked.
it's
I
fine.
feel like the
Anyway.
geological shape of the river mouth would be thinner at the top, wider at the bottom.
That's not always the case.
No, not always, but erosion and stuff.
all right. So then, what's the price, or is it all gratis again?
Indeed. So the strong ones, if you wouldn't mind putting in a day's work to help unload the ship to get us moving faster, they said they're willing to do it for 20 gold for all of us.
That's not a bad price. I
Only
also
seems
found
fair
out that
if,
apparently the fishing is becoming harder to come by. They still have plenty, but it's becoming harder for them to find food.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's concerning. It's happening to my people too. There's something bigger afoot here. Anyway,
Oh,
I
it
don't
would
count
make sense if
as
we,
I don't count as strong people.
I don't either.
I do.
I do.
My negative one.
it would make sense to me
modifier.
that those of us who are willing to go help with the unloading would pay a little bit less as we
But
divvy up
by-
the price among us.
I'd help, but I
Giant
just
gorilla
can't.
arms.
I'd help, but I can't promise I do much.
Me with my giant gorilla arms.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't have to have. I mean, unless you have like 8 strength, you'd probably be fine helping.
Okay.
I have 8 strength.
I don't
Yeah.
have these.
Ayla probably no. They probably would not.
I would say everyone who's willing except for Ayla would be able to assist.
I can assist.
I can provide tea.
You can provide tea.
I'm a little teed out. Thank you, though.
I'll take more tea.
I'll take tea. I love tea.
Fuck yeah, tea.
Vega bee noodle. I mean, look, Dixie, if you look at this, I am a noodle.
All right, so you go to assist with
Packing and unpacking and moving things around.
packing and unpacking. Let's do what would be good. If you feel like you have a relevant profession skill,
I would
or
not.
is athletics a thing here?
It is not. I
It is
checked.
not. Okay.
There's only like 2 skills for strength. It's swimming and climbing.
Yeah.
I don't have profession.
No, everyone gets a profession.
Well,
No.
mine.
You have to add it yourself. You have to pick a profession.
Praises as close to profession as
You
I've
don't.
got.
You don't automatically get a profession skill.
I'm pretty sure in almost every class, profession's a class skill.
You have it as a
It
class
is a
skill.
class skill,
But that doesn't mean
you
you
don't
have
automatically get ranks in it.
Right. That's fair, but I mean, you have the option of having a profession.
I do not.
Absolutely. But yeah, if you have what you feel like is a relevant profession, otherwise, I will take strength checks or, I don't know that I want to do. I feel like acrobatics doesn't quite fit. I want athletics from like
Yeah.
second edition.
Con
or-
for endurance and just keeping lifting. I don't know.
That's the.
I mean,
there's not a good physical labor skill.
There is
It's
not.
not really.
Because acrobatics is keeping balance when traversing narrow, treacherous surfaces.
Yeah, no. It's,
Dive,
yeah,
flip, jump. Yeah, acrobatics would not be the
They're-
right one.
How about
they're-
fly? Fly seems relevant. Here.
Yeah, absolutely. Fly would be great.
Yeah, no, that's
No.
the bummer with the Pathfinder skill setup.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just do strength checks. Fandaniel, you will get a +2 circumstance bonus because this isn't too unfamiliar to you.
Yeah, that sounds
Like
good.
moving things on and off of boats is something that you're very used to doing.
I got a 9 because I rolled a 5.
I got a 6.
Told you that would happen eventually. The dice will betray me.
They like good roleplay. I
Um,
don't know if you can
yeah,
call.
I mean, none of you make
Are
things
exceptional.
Worse. Yeah, none of you are exceptional, but none of you make things worse. So you absolutely speed up the process. You don't finish the work by the end of that day, but you expect that, or they say, yeah, well, we should be able to finish unloading and loading midday tomorrow and take you across before the end of the day.
Nice.
Before continuing our way down. Again, you will end up a bit south, and you will probably be on the south side of the river
South
heading east.
side.
Alrighty.
The ship captain does mention that that might actually be a bit safer, seeing as how, while there is a human city on the north side of the river, there is also known quite a bit of activity of goblins up there, which tend to be,
Gerblins.
aggressive.
Gerblins. Anyway, sorry.
So you, you finish the day's work and need to find a place to spend the night.
Okay, now we actually have to find a tavern.
This will be more of an inn.
An inn, yes, an inn to stay in.
And yes, but a tavern usually has beds and meals.
Beds and meat.
Well, meals.
I know.
I mean,
Sounds
meat's
like a walking
also
turtle.
accepted.
Meat and meat, yes.
When
Or other
streaming
beverage,
water.
or other beverages besides tea and water.
What part of town do you wanna try to find a tavern near the river, tavern near the inn rather, up inside the walled city? Any preference?
Either it's close to the river, maybe, but also one that'd be close to a stable.
Sure, absolutely.
So we can
There's-
have a place to store the carriage. Because if I have like a stable clear across town and then in close to the river, we still have to walk all the way to the stable to get it. So
Yeah, conveniently there is some stables on the docks, or not like on the docks,
from the
but
docks.
close.
Ah,
to
yes,
the
the
docks.
majestic
Floating
water
out in the water.
horses.
Hey man, they exist.
And you find the inn named the Crazy Shark.
Crazy
because-
shark. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Adding it to the lore. I'm sorry. So we make our way in.
Yep.
Get it in anyway.
Wolfram remains in the carriage.
Wait.
He's gonna sleep in the carriage.
If anybody asks him, he will respond. But I'm just letting you know
Okay.
what Wolfram's doing.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool.
So you pull up to the Crazy Shark, and Wolfram stays behind as the rest of, or who all is going in.
I'm going in.
I'm going in because a actual bed's comfier than a bench. They're nice benches, yes, but if I have the option of sleeping in an actual bed, I'm gonna take it.
So cool.
I'm sorry. What? Can you repeat that?
Isla will also go in.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll stay out in the carriage.
Okay. The three of you, and actually Clara goes and stables her horse and also comes in with you. Yeah, it's not an overly busy inn, but there's definitely, mostly it seems like there's sailors, people from boats that don't live here and are not merchant, like the merchants running the boats are the ones staying here. So there's some guys with big muscles and tattoos doing arm wrestling, some girls as well. The occasional dwarf or halfling is here too, but mostly it's still humans.
I nod my head.
Yeah.
Nice. This is an interesting place.
You've never been to a tavern before? This is kind of normal fare.
I'm not from a village or anything like that. I'm a nomad tribe man. We circled the lake. We have people who go to the towns, but I wasn't one of them. So this is all new to
Until
me.
recently.
At least you're, at least you have a level-headed enough to know that a bed's better than a carriage.
I mean, I'm okay with sleeping outside, but I heard beds are great. I mean, I know.
Never
Actually,
slept on one before.
no, I know beds are for. We've had beds.
Okay.
I will approach the innkeep and request if available rooms.
Here, yeah, we got a few rooms available. There's some of the. Do you want a cheap room or a fancy room? And he kind of
Air quotes.
he does
Depends
not
on the
physically lift his hands, but
his tone is the quotes.
yeah, his tone is air quotes.
That would depend on the price
Speaks in
difference.
air quotes.
Do. Oh wow, interesting. Okay.
Yes, the price difference is a thing.
Yeah, so we've got space to stay in the inn here in the common area. He gestures to the general area in front of him.
Thank you for doing that.
Two silver a night.
All right.
We've got the smaller rooms that are 5 silver a night, and then our fancy rooms are 2 gold a night.
I think I'll just part with the 5 silver.
I'll take one as well.
Do I want to part with? Yeah, I'll take a silver room.
A silver, a 5 silver, or 2 silver?
Wait, there's a 2 silver?
Yeah,
2 silver is the like sleeping on the floor in the main area.
I'll take a 5 silver.
All right. 3 individual rooms. Here's your
Keys?
or he actually is like he tells you the door numbers or something.
Okay.
He does not give you keys.
Oh, so they're open still.
So yeah, he tells you each different room to go stay in, and Clara also gets a. Actually, no, Clara opts for a spot in the common area.
Nice. I thought about doing that one, but anyway. Well, I'll then proceed to sit down and order some food.
Yeah, probably would be the good thing. Would be the correct thing to do.
Don't know when the next actual decent meal we're gonna get is. I mean, that's not true. If we're going next to a river, I could go fishing. Clickety clack!
Okay.
Don't come back.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're doing what you need to. Oh, right. I forgot I got a good day.
All right. So, I guess does in-stay normally include a
Also,
meal? No, it does not.
Thank you for including the common room because
Well,
a lot of people forget about that.
Yeah.
That does. Well, of course, that also depends on just the place. Like sometimes, they're like, here's that, and here's the added like breakfast in the morning. That
Right.
or so. That's all to DM.
No. Yeah, this one food's a meal is a little bit extra for the evening. Not normal meal prices, but
How much would that be?
looking.
Let me know if you need assistance.
I can never find on the website. They're all like spread out into different sections.
Yeah, it's fine. Here, let me throw open. Let me open a search.
Adventuring gear, apparently. Maybe. Food and drink. There we go.
I was about to say I'm on the adventuring page.
Alcohol, beverages,
Are we looking
foods.
at meal common, meal good, or meal poor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only have poor and common available.
Do they have ice cream?
No.
Okay.
Common meals might consist of bread, chicken stew, carrots, and watered down ale or wine. So yeah, to actually get actual good meat, you need good meals.
So they have common and poor. That's another 3 silver. I'll pay for it.
Yep. Poor is bread, baked turnips, onions, and water.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from that for this, but it's that basic level of food.
Yeah, it says might. It was just giving you examples of what you're asking for.
Yeah.
I'll do a common meal. That's another 3, so I'm at 52. Ooh, I need to stretch my legs. Ugh.
All right. So yeah, you all each order the meal you want as appropriate. You could probably go for like extra ration of meat, and convince him to let you pay a good meal amount to get more meat in your stew or whatever. So basically 2 extra silver to double the chicken in your stew.
I'm fine.
I'll deal.
Okay. And then let's see, there's the 3 of you. Clara gets a meal. And then you all spend your night in the inn. What are Wolfram and Vovis doing? Just staying in the...
Yep, sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping.
All right, cool.
All right.
I like this. This is great.
Having a good time.
Vovis kind of gives what as he stays behind and is like, okay.
Oh yeah, because you're kind of hired in some sense of the word by Wolfram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of all eating is kind of just mumbling about how Wolfram has commandeered my carriage as bedding without asking.
It's a very Wolfram thing to do.
He sounds like a bit of an ass.
He's just coarse.
Although that's actually a conversation I'm aiming at Ayla. Ayla. It's like he sounds like an ass. Ayla, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He sounds like a bit of an ass.
He's curt, at least. He was an old friend of mine, and yeah, he's always kind of like this, but he is usually polite.
Oh no, I can tell by his tone of voice is polite. It feels like he assumes that things are going to go his way, so he has no reason to not be polite.
I think it's more that he's distracted by his own thoughts, so he tries to finish things quickly so he can get back to them.
Mm-hmm.
People are people.
People are people.
Unless they're not people. Then they're not people, and then we have to deal with them.
Any other conversations before we fast forward to the morning?
Not particularly.
Okay. All right. The next morning, and you go to meet. Well, do you have like just kind of regular breakfast or anything before you get going, or?
Yeah, I would like to have breakfast.
That's
Okay.
more
Yeah,
money.
I'll take breakfast.
Sure. I'm good at spend. You guys don't have to, but I will spend another 3.
I will spend another 3 as well, breaking me down to 49.
All right. You all have some meals in the morning and head back out to where your carriage is, I assume.
Yep.
Find
It's
Wolfram
stolen
and
by the
Vovis.
police.
It's got a boot on the wheel.
No, it's undisturbed and housing 2 humans.
Are they humans or are
I
they
give
not
them-
humans?
2 human bums. Oh wait, no.
One here
Guys,
them.
Yeah, just kind of get a knock on the door. We're heading out, and then climb on top so I can start leading us towards.
Y'all mess with my clothes a bit and try to I don't know, make them look different. I don't know, just mess with them a bit, and then also
Oh,
climb up
that's
on
what
top
I
of it.
should have done. Oh well.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Damien, does what seemed like a bit of a half attempt to wake up the two of you inside, and then gets the carriage moving once everyone's on.
Well,
Or
do
in.
that before people start actually entering it to carriage ride.
Right. And you
gravy.
head back to the docks right near where the boat was moored, and getting ready to set sail.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
They're already hustling and bustling. By the time you get there, getting supplies loaded, clearly taking it to go sell somewhere. If you are curious, you can ask about what they're selling, where they're taking it, but for the most part, it's just a bunch of crates. They have labels.
Just out of general curiosity, on any of the crates or labels, do I recognize anything from my family?
Can you remind me what your family makes?
Mostly
Or
just trade in general.
just trade in general. Yeah, you think you spot at least one crate that has some of your family goods, but I get it's clearly not firsthand coming from your family. Like it seems like this crate maybe has been sold from one person to another to this person that's now taking it to go trade it somewhere else.
Cool.
Yeah. The ship captain greets you all and says, "Oh, hello, good morning. If any of you'd like to assist again with getting things loaded, it might help out us and get us moving before too long. Otherwise, feel free to get your horses and carriage loaded, and we'll be heading out around noon,
That's me helping.
if not earlier."
Yo, I'm also helping, maybe.
Oh, right, maybe. Give me a second here.
Labor is good for the soul.
Is it like chicken soup?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I rolled a 5. I rolled a 6.
Here, Claire is assisting this morning as well.
There's those beautiful low rolls.
Also, just random out there folks, remember to stretch and stuff like that. We've been doing this for roughly 2.5 hours.
Take a moment, stretch your back, stretch your legs.
It just seemed like now was a good time to say something.
Totally fair. And yeah, with your help this morning, things do go a bit faster, and you get underway a bit before noon. Maybe saved an hour or two at most of loading time with the extra hands making light work. And they do end up kind of loading the horses and the carriage last, just because most everything else is going below deck, and so keeping that all out of the way before you get the big things that have to stay on the top, because it's not like they're gonna, they would not be able to fit the carriage through the doors to get it below deck.
Yeah.
And the horses are not really one to try to go below deck, I would think. So yeah, they you also this ship is this one is not a keel boat. This one is clearly made for more seafaring, and it's able to go this far upriver because this is just such a big river. Like this is it's more it's deep, it's wide, it has plenty of space for people to come in and out. It's almost like a fjord, but not quite, because it's not big sheer cliffs like a fjord would be.
Painful fields.
But yeah, you get everything loaded, and the ship sets sail kind of at a tack pattern, like half going not straight east, not straight west, but kind of
West.
southeast to kind of aim for the far bank, but still also be going with the flow of the river rather
Gotcha.
than trying to cut straight across or even fight it to stay level.
Understood.
East. That's the west. You're fired again.
Ooh, I forgot I had this one.
And yeah, I mean it's so a hex is 12 miles across, and this river maybe isn't perfectly to scale, but takes like a third, so it's probably like 4 miles, so it takes 2 or 3 hours, I would say, for you to go across the river.
Okay.
That's quite the river.
Yeah, it's a big river.
4 miles across.
Yeah, it is a massive, like, this is like is the Columbia Gorge even that big? This is like the Nile, basically.
Nile's only 1.7. Super Nile.
Well,
It's the river Styx.
it's the river made up because this is a made up world.
Oh,
It is the Great River, specifically.
That's right. I'm thinking, I don't think there's any. Most lakes aren't even mile across, so I'm just like, oh, that's a big river.
Well, like the Great Lakes are like.
Oh yeah, the Great Lakes are massive, but I'm talking about like regular your Bargain Lake.
Yeah.
Like 4 miles across, you can't even see the other side of it.
Yeah. To like, how far across is the Strait of Gibraltar? Because that you can just barely see.
Strait of Gibraltar. Length across.
That one's 8.
That's 8 miles. Okay. This is only like half of that.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
It's just a straight of.
Well, I didn't spend all that time researching sizes of things in the world for nothing, right? Yeah, so after a little while, you do cross the river. Maybe it's not quite 4 miles. I did say that this is not to scale.
It's actually 5 miles.
It's actually 12. No. But you cross the river, and they drop anchor and moor up for a little bit to let you get your horses and carriage off. It takes a little bit, like they mostly know what they're doing with that, but like it's not very common that they have a carriage coming on and off, so they help out with like getting some gangplanks down and get the wheels like lined up, like when you're trying to get a car up onto a like car trailer, and you got to put like the 2 planks down and like line your wheels up and drive up on that. So they help out with that. There's a good handful of people all working together to make it work. Some people almost reaches the point of like too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing, where they're over correcting each other, but eventually they get your carriage and your horses and everything off and safely onto shore. And I almost glossed over payment. In fact, yeah, at this point, the captain goes, "Oh yes, I almost completely forgot. We agreed on, I think it was 20."
Yes.
20. It was 20, yep.
And kind of mostly gestures towards Wolfram, but like the party as a whole.
Um,
20 divided by 6. I mean, it's up to you guys how you want to split it, but
the party doesn't say. They just look at each other. What's it called?
Wolfram pays 4 because he didn't help make it go faster.
Oh. Well, that's kind
Four.
of generous. As I was digging through
I'll
my coin
pay
purse.
3.
Wait, Wolfram paid the whole
so
thing.
it,
No,
no,
he paid
4.
Oh, he paid 4.
4 out of the 20.
And I'll put in
he
3.
Said, he said earlier that
Yeah.
he would do 4. He would do that if the people who helped should pay less.
Yeah, the people who helped with the lifting would pay less. So
Isla will also pay 4.
we got
Yeah.
4, 8.
That's 10.
I think it's
Well, I did check. 20 divided by 6 people is 3.333 repeating.
right,
Yeah, but if 2 people pay 4,
and then everybody else pays 3. So Clara
Alright.
also offers up 3.
I offer up 3.
She probably helped the evening before as well. She didn't just help in the morning. I just forgot. I keep forgetting that she exists.
we didn't see it happen.
All right, fair enough. She pays 3.5.
What's it called? I paid 3.
Yeah. Vovis, Damien, and Fandaniel each paid 3, and Ayla and Wolfram paid 4 apiece. And she says, "All right, thank you for your business, and I'll look forward to seeing you again sometime."
Yeah, it was fun. I appreciate you letting me help out.
It was a very nice trip.
Yeah.
The trip hasn't started yet.
This is just the beginning.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for us, but with them.
They after she gets back up on board, they pull up the planks and start to weigh the anchor and head on south. And y'all are now plopped. Let me grab the drawing.
We paid before leaving, Ayla, not after.
But
Wow.
whatever.
We are gold at the boat.
Wow. Buffett. Anyway.
Wow, Buffett. And yeah, you're poised here on the east bank of the Great River, south of this smaller eastwardly river, and ready to continue on your journey eastward towards whatever it is you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
To promises of hope, money, and feeding people.
Exactly.
Wait, no, I thought our only goal was to get to the other side of the river and we're done.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's the
campaign's over.
entire adventure.
That's the
Yeah,
campaign
I'll just
over.
follow you
Great
around.
job. Great
Yeah,
job,
just
everybody.
maybe
It
the
was good
next
stuff.
But no, I do think that is a decent spot.
To stop.
Decent spot to stop for the evening. I know for those of you who are more combat inclined, I know we didn't have any today, but it was kind of a good session to have a lot of character interaction, a little bit of
Combat doesn't always have
city-based
to happen.
exploration. Yeah, I know.
It doesn't have to, but I like to.
But I wasn't gonna call Snowy out, but I was apologizing to Snowy. But yeah,
What's a war priest to do without war?
right.
I'm just a priest.
Well, then spread the word of God.
Don't worry, as you
I
travel
tried. I made
eastward,
people's ears twitch.
there will be plenty more combat to come. It'll be interesting to have your courage as you continue on your journey.
Courage.
Courage, yeah, a little bit of both. Yeah, and I look forward to seeing what happens next. I assume, for the most part, your plan is to just kind of continue eastward. It'll be up to you whether you aim directly east or try to follow the river.
I suggest one to follow the river because I could be fishing, so we have at least fresh food, not have to worry about the rations. But that's for another time and place.
Yeah. We can talk a little bit more about exactly the plan next time, but I think that follow the river is a pretty reasonable idea. I don't think anyone
Follow
will
the yellow
disagree
brick
with
road.
that. And everyone that based on their various feelings and knowledge, think that that'll lead you roughly where you're trying to go, at least for a while.
What do I have?
And yeah, I think, like I said, that's where we're going to end for the night. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone watching on YouTube. Thanks for coming by, and we appreciate you commenting, and subscribe. Let us know what you found funny or interesting or anything like that. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
I found caramel cream, so I'm
Bye.
much happier now.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
As the recording ended.
I'm so glad
and
you
now-
found caramel creams, Dixie.
And now we can say bye to everyone who watched on Twitch. Thank you, Nixie, for being our moderator, and hi, Mish. Thanks for coming by. Hope it was a fun stream. And yeah, I hope all of you players had fun as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do we want to raid someone? I guess we should do that kind of thing here on our channel. It's generally a good idea for growth and spreading communities and all that.
I keep forgetting too, to be honest.
I'll pretend I know how Twitch works. Yeah.
Anybody have a suggestion? I'm not following anyone on this.
No, I
account.
don't have any suggestions personally.
Let me see. Let me pull up and see.
Ooh,
Maybe there's.
Other combinations is live. We could raid them.
Oh, that's a good option. Wait, that's us. Got a few people. Let me browse. Let's see if there's any. What's our category? Tabletop.
Oh, mine's Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. That's a good category.
One that probably most people don't know about.
That's a tag, not a category. How do I search categories?
Oh. You
yes.
just search it.
Yeah, I was using the wrong search bar. Okay. Let's see. Let's find someone that hasn't been going for 5 hours, because they're probably almost done.
Yeah.
Hey,
there's that Vegas Soma guy. Anyway.
Well, yeah. Let's go with that person. We've got one-legged rafflecopter.
That's a name.
I love it.
It is a name. We're gonna give them a try. I don't know anything about them, so mileage may vary, but I hope you enjoy their content as much as you enjoyed ours.
Yeah.
And if you want to raid them as well, Vega, feel free, but no pressure.
I would normally raid, but I'm going to go cook, and I don't want to raid and dash.
Totally fair. But yeah, I'm gonna send off everyone here. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Gotta wait for the bar to
Bye-bye.
finish emptying. All right, cool. Rating. Click, click, click.
And I'm going to diff it real quick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It was a fun stream. I probably should raid. I probably ought to raid. But I'm going to go cook. And I don't want to wait like 5-10 minutes before I have to go cook. I'm really hungry. I've barely eaten today. So, yeah. We should be doing something with sugar tomorrow. It should be fun. And hopefully my schedule works out for next week. We'll see what happens. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you have a great night and a wonderful day tomorrow. And as always, may the wind guide you on your journey, everyone. Good night. Goodbye.